What's going on, YouTube? I almost forgot about you guys today, but I was sitting here getting this ready. I actually was getting this ready. If you look at my previous video, this Trans Am had an unfortunate freak occurrence, and so had to tint back window for this, put in a new back window, and looking good now. And so just letting it dry a little bit before I send it off with the customer. Have this brand new Model Y in. Of the Teslas, I'd say this is probably my favorite one. I have not done a video on taking it apart. They're really easy. Unfortunately, I already took this one apart, so maybe you'll get a video of me putting it together, but we're gonna tint and talk for a little bit. And I got a story to tell you. I think I just got scammed for $1,600. Totally my fault. I'm an idiot, but I'm sure most people know that know me. But yeah, so I'm gonna tell you a story while I tint here. Usually pretty busy in the shop here, especially all summer. Working by myself, tinting, I was running about a 4 or 5 week backlog on jobs and losing a lot of work because of a backlog. And it would have been nice to not have to turn so much work away or lose some work. No, I lost some of my dealers because dealers aren't gonna make their customers wait 4 or 5 weeks to get their car tinted when they're buying their car. And so I'm pretty sure they started going somewhere else. I mean, it doesn't affect me a lot, but you know, kind of leaving a lot on the table there. And so finally, after 14 years, I decided maybe it's time I hire a tinner. Now, here's the problem. Almost every tinner I've ever known is a terrible employee. They got legal problems, baby mama problems, financial problems, car problems, grandma problems. I don't know. They're not very reliable. They just always got a lot of bullshit attached to them. A lot of them are kind of prima donnas. They all think they're the best. Most of them are only worth about half of what you're paying them. But I said, I'm gonna find a tinner and I'm gonna pay him a lot of money, and I'm gonna find someone who can work as good, put out the kind of quality that I expect out of myself and I expect to put out of my shop, and maybe we'll be able to double up. So even if it's a little bit expensive, I'll be able to tint a car, he'll be able to tint a car, and now I made a little bit more money. Sounds like a good plan, right? Well, put out some Facebook, Craigslist. I think I did Indeed or something. I don't know. Put it out a few places, didn't really get too much. Put it out on a forum that I've participated in for a good majority of my career. And on that one, I put an email and a phone number. And a few weeks go by, I get an email. Guy says my girlfriend or wife, I don't remember, and I have been looking to move to Albuquerque. We're in California now. I had a business, I closed it down during COVID, and we got family in Texas, she's got family in Mexico, and we're trying to get a little closer to Texas and her family in Mexico. And so, sounds great, right? It's like New Mexico's closer. It's a pretty easy move from California. You can drive in one day. So, you know, if you gotta take a U-Haul or something, it's not the worst. But yeah, so we talked a little bit, seemed to kind of know a little bit, clicked. Basically, I felt like it might be worth meeting up with this guy and trying to see what he could do. And so went ahead, made arrangements with a friend's Airbnb. That way his girlfriend or wife or whatever and baby could come and they wouldn't have to stay in a hotel. However, he kind of has a reputation with hotels of shootings and thefts and God knows what else. So it's like, Airbnb will be nice and costs about the same as the hotel. So got him a nice place. He was supposed to come work for 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Hey Steve, what's going on? You're on YouTube, or did you need me for a second? Oh, what are you doing? What's that? Oh, that's actually why I'm here. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Sorry. So where were we? Airbnb. Got him an Airbnb. He's supposed to come work for me Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and just kind of see how he clicks. See if he can do what he says he can do, and just see if we're a good fit. So he came. He was supposed to start work. That was kind of my mistake, but I thought my first job I wanted him to do was coming in at 1, but it's actually coming in at 11. So I guess he got in at 3:30 that morning, and instead of going to the Airbnb, decided to go to a hotel, which I thought was kind of weird, but whatever. If he wants to stay in a hotel, stay in a hotel. So he gets here about noonish, 12:30, something like that, and you know, introduced ourselves and time to get to work. Got to catch up on this car. Needed to be done by 2, so you know, works on it. Unfortunately, he has a lot of bad habits that other tinners have. I just kind of let him go on things, but there were some things I wasn't happy about. Some scratch tint. Had him tint. My mom's been wanting to tint the 2 doors on her little motorhome. Had him tint the 2 doors on the motorhome. Unfortunately, there's some big scratches on that. I think there's a couple scratches on the glass on the first car, which for me, very hard to overlook. Part of the reason, and I've said it in the other videos, I use these scrubby pads to not scratch the glass, because a lot of these newer cars, you take a razor blade to them, you'll scratch the shit out of the glass. But you know, nothing too bad. Customer actually really liked the first car. I'm glad about that. I wouldn't have been super happy with it, but if the customer's happy, that's what's important. So you know, get through the day. Comes in the next day. He does show up a little late, which I understand. If he's used to being on East Coast time, we're an hour earlier. So you know, he comes in a little bit late, get our day going, and he does about 3 vehicles for me, I think, throughout the day. Two of them I wasn't super excited about, and he did one really good that's kind of a difficult car. So it's like, all right, well, he definitely has some potential, and I mean, he knows how to work. He obviously knows how to tint. I think a couple little corrections here and there, and he could be a solid tinter for me. Turns out he had plans to meet with a realtor the next day, not come work, which is kind of why I paid for 4 nights of a hotel so you go work 3 days with me. But it's like, well, there's a good chance I'm probably gonna hire him. So if he's looking to move out here, give him a day to go. Yeah, I'm not out that much for the Airbnb, but I need to say, paid him really well for the tinting. So he doesn't come in Wednesday. Sounds like they're going to Texas Thursday, Friday. Don't really hear too much. And then Saturday, I get a message and it says, hey, I'm back in Albuquerque. Are you around? Well, I was at class, truck driving school class. And it's like, nah, I'm in class. It's like, all right. It's like, well, we found a place to rent. I'm a little short on the cash, and I got to go to California to put some money in the bank. Or if you can loan me the money, then I can put a deposit and I'll go California, pack up. He had told me before that he had all of his stuff already. Not quite sure what my camera was doing there. It was beeping at me. Hopefully we didn't miss too much of that story. But anyways, he said he had all of his stuff in pods and kind of ready to go. So it's like, all right, well, you know, I'll help you out. He said he needed 600. Sent him 600, and said thanks. And then that was the last I heard from him. He said he'd be at work on Tuesday, which was 2 days ago. And so Tuesday rolls around, no tinner, no nothing. Everybody says I send him a text, see where he's at. It's like, maybe he got held up, I'll give him a day. Yesterday, nothing. Today, now Thursday, also nothing. So I've pretty much come to accept that I got scammed. But sends me a text today, finally, and he says that he was the victim of a real estate scam. I'm not sure I believe it all that much. Just you know, I'm not gonna fall further into some bullshit. So I haven't really responded back to him. I said, you know, kind of feel like about the same, and just sort of left it at that. We'll see. I don't think I'm gonna get my 600 back, but it is what it is. Move on. Sad part is he was passing up an opportunity to make a whole bunch of money, and me, I'm out a few hundred, whatever. But well, yeah, I don't know. What do you think? Think I got scammed? Everyone else does. Like, you idiot, Sean. But my wife says, see, I told you I didn't want to let you do it. It's like, well, sometimes you gotta take gamble on people. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. And I don't know. I went and looked. He has a shop in California. Had a shop in California. Reviews are pretty terrible. All the stuff that I should have known before getting this deep into it. But learn for the next time. Expensive lesson. Court cases in Arkansas, drug charges, just like lots of stuff. All the stuff that goes with every tinner ever. And I don't understand. Like, I don't understand why it's so hard just to have like a normal, boring, straight life and just make a bunch of money. Because I don't know. I like my money. I don't like worrying about who's looking for me and if I can drive through states without ending up in jail and all that kind of stuff, you know? Just one less stress in life, just not doing stupid things. And so I don't know, that's where I'm at. I guess enough of the pity party, right? We'll get back to putting this Tesla back together. So taking it apart's pretty easy. The only thing I'll say, this car was a little tighter than I remember the last Y I did. So I don't know if maybe they changed clips or something. You got these little plastic clips, holes, one hole back here. The top just pulls back. So you can, to take them out, just loosen up those three little clips. You just pull the top back and lift it up, kind of the opposite of what we're gonna do right here. And one, let's see, get this one kind of tucked in. It sort of, this weather strip sort of feeds into it. And then get this last one lined up. Where you at? Come on. Come on, knucklehead. There we go. Oh, it's because I didn't have that all the way on. So you can just kind of lift it up. Comes off as easy as it goes on, right? So the last thing, if you look on the bottom, and this goes for the Model 3s also, they have little like clips and it just slides straight up. You got a hook on the top, wiggle out the speaker wire just like that. So just go ahead to put it back on. Just make sure it's hooked over that hook at the top. Line up those clips and it just pushes on. When you want to take it off, just slide like a plastic tool in here. Give it a little bump up. You can try for here, but this vinyl's kind of soft. I don't want to ruin it, so I usually come where the hard plastic is in the back. Let's get this other side. The last thing we're missing is a T30. So let's get this in. So super easy. Same thing. Make sure that's all the way down. Give it a little lift up and it just drops right on. Very easy. And then plug the speaker in and make sure you're on the hook. Push it down and we're done. Lastly, got a T30. Both the Model S and the Model Y have this same bolt. If you want to do a full door panel removal, you're basically almost there. If you pop off this little red cover, there's another T30. You have a T30 under the handle here and a T30 right here under the door opening switch. So On Model 3, it's harder to put the top back. So I've been just pulling the full panel, but these Model Ys are really, really easy to put that top back. So I just go ahead and just take off the one screw. Seems to work out real good, but yeah. We're gonna go ahead, put this out in the sun for a little bit, let it dry. Has laminated windows, so no torching, and touch it up, get you guys a picture when it's all done. Should look nice. This is Lumar's ATC 20. Pretty close match. I got a feeling the back's a little darker. We can meter it real quick. Maybe it's just the black interior looks dark, but let's see. Nah, metering almost 23, so nah, 20 HC20 should be very close match. But let me get this dry. We'll come back. I'll talk to you in a little bit.